Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back to a new video. And the FA Cup third round has been drawn, the games have been announced. I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably already seen this, but I thought I'd do a little update anyway. So 64 teams left in, 32 matches to be played. I say 64 teams, there's actually more because there's still some replays going on, but 32 matches will be played. The winners of this round go on to get £67,500, which is huge for especially some of the lower league teams. And I don't know what's going on with Newcastle, I'm sure we could probably do with the money as well. But these games will be played across the weekend of the 6th of January. And we'll start off with, like I said, my team Newcastle, and we've got Luton Town in round 3 of the FA Cup. So considering the number of Premier League teams in this round, considering how many Premier League teams have actually drawn each other, we've actually done alright out of this one. But I am not going to count my chickens before they hatch, because Luton are in League 2, but they're actually top of League 2 at the minute. And they beat Gateshead 5-0 in the second round. So they've already come up to the North East once, beat Gateshead 5-0. They're coming up again, coming to St James's Park. It's a massive occasion for them. And I've no doubt that they will want to beat us. I always say I love a cup run. Newcastle's track record in FA Cups and Cups in general recently hasn't been great. Obviously last year, FA Cup went out to Oxford United. Fair play to them, they absolutely smashed us 3-0. And then earlier this year, we played Nottingham Forest in the League Cup at home, and we lost in extra time. So in general, I would say it's definitely a good draw for us. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of Premier League teams in there, but we have to take it seriously because Luton are going to come up and they are going to want to, you know, give us a hiding at our own ground. So if we don't beat Luton Town, I will be massively disappointed, considering the amount of Premier League teams, as I mentioned, that are in the draw. We've got a League 2 side. Let's take it seriously. Let's beat them, let's progress into the next round. We may as well quickly go over some of the other games that have been announced. I was talking about Luton coming up to the North East. There's actually a North East derby. Middlesbrough are taking on Sunderland. So we didn't really think there was going to be any North East derbies this year, but there is one now. It's Middlesbrough versus Sunderland. Obviously Sunderland not doing amazingly well at the minute, and Middlesbrough doing alright. So that'll be an interesting one. It'll be interesting to see who goes through out of them two, and if Newcastle do make it through past Luton, we could be playing one of them. So who knows what's going to happen there. Arsenal, the FA Cup holders at the moment, are at home to Nottingham Forest. So as I mentioned, Nottingham Forest came up to St James's Park despite us scoring in the first 3 minutes. They beat us in extra time. So it's all about the cups, you know, like anything can happen. So fair enough, you'd probably say Arsenal would be the favourites out of this two, but you know, Nottingham Forest could go up there, and Arsenal are the holders, I know, but yeah, what could happen there? Obviously, not too long ago in the Premier League, Brighton took on Crystal Palace. They've now got each other in the cup as well. Derby game for them too, so they're getting 3 derby games in a single season. So whether they want that or not, I don't know, but that will be an interesting one. Another Premier League matchup is Man City versus Burnley. Obviously, Man City running away with the league at the minute, but as we know, Burnley are doing very well themselves. So again, don't know what will happen there. Man City's squad is so massive, though. They could play a completely second team and still have an amazing squad. But Sean Dyche is doing wonders at Burnley, so cup run for them, who knows? And to finish off this little update, we've also got Liverpool versus Everton. So yeah, they are actually playing each other this weekend in the Premier League, and now they've got each other in the FA Cup at the start of January as well. So 3 derby games for them too as well. So yeah, it's been announced, as I said, 32 games will be played all around the 6th of January weekend. So there's still quite a long time before that actually starts, but it's just adding to the huge amount of games in December. Come out the back end of that with a game on New Year's Day, and then that weekend we'll have the FA Cup matches. So I'm already quite excited for it. Hopefully I can grab a ticket and go down and see Newcastle take on Luton. But as I said, I'd love a cup run. Let's see if we can do something this time. Not underestimating Luton for a second, because I know what we're like. But I hope you have enjoyed the video. I will leave a link to all of the fixtures down below. So if I haven't mentioned your club, you can go down and check out who you're playing if you don't already know. Alright guys, so I'm going to go watch the Champions League football now. I'm sure you guys are too. Hope you've all enjoyed the video. Look forward to that. And yeah, catch you later.